Today's episode is sponsored by Dancesoft Gamers. Dancesoft Gamers is the leading distributor of video games and other consumer gadgets like the podcast microphone sets, ring lights, headphones, and affordable smartwatches, and many other cool gadgets. For these and more, visit their website at www.dancesoftgamers.co. That is www.dancesoftgamers.co. This time I have you guys again clear, loud, and I can see all of
Yeah.
you. And there's no holding phones from one person to another person.
I
So
know, right?
that's pretty good.
I think that's how it was just meant to happen. That's
Yeah.
when we were like, like,
Mhm.
are
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
How are you guys
Thank God.
doing?
I'm fine,
Fine,
thanks.
thank
How are
you. How are
you?
you?
I'm doing good. Just to catch up with the listeners, so I'll update the listeners what happened last week. So last week we recorded an episode that was supposed to come out, and after at the end of the recording, I realized that I had not clicked the record button. So we talked and talked and talked, and at the end of the recording, I didn't have anything
Yeah,
like recorded.
yeah.
But so now this is a take two, but I'll say first one was a practice, so this one is a real deal.
It's actually better than the first one,
Yeah,
I
because the
should
first
say.
one we had issues with the signals and
Network,
stuff.
Signal.
signal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true.
Mujevale, Mujevale, Mujevale. My name is Bane Kibuka, and welcome to another episode of the Ugandan Ball Talk Show. I'm very excited to have you guys back again, and I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves, like your name, both your names,
Yeah.
because but
All
I'm
right.
gonna address you as Jackie and Sharon. So we go with the first. Whoever wants to go first.
Hi, hi guys. JackieShan,
Mhm.
straight from Uganda, and I specifically come from Baraka,
Yeah.
Arua.
Okay. Okay.
The Jackie to the JackieShan duo.
Okay.
Yeah, and hi guys. My name is Sharon Akwi, aka Shan, and I'm the Shan to JackieShan duo.
Nice.
Yeah, also
Nice.
from Uganda. Yeah.
That's good. And for the listeners, we have them here. They're YouTubers, and today we're gonna be just talking about their lives and what they do. Um, so you introduce yourself. You're from Arua. Were you born in Arua or were you born in where you live now?
I was born in Kampala.
Was
Mm-hmm.
I
born
was
in
in,
Kampala.
Kampala born.
Yeah,
Teacher born. That's a Mugamba.
but what?
well,
Uh-huh.
I happened to be adopted to a policeman. And
Okay.
when they go for their training, after their training,
Yeah.
they are deployed to different parts of the country.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So where your father goes, definitely it's where you'll go.
Mm-hmm.
So I happen to find myself here in Kampala,
So
and that's where
so your parents moved from Arua to Kampala and then they gave birth to you when they were living in Kampala, right?
yes.
Okay.
So that's where I've lived my entire life.
How about you, Sharon?
Well, I'm an artist, so that means I come from the eastern part of Uganda.
Okay.
That is Soroti, to be
Mhm.
specific. But just like Jackie, my parents are also police officers, so
Mhm.
they kept moving. They moved from that side, then came to Kampala, and that's where
Yeah.
I've grown up. Zambia
So
Police Barracks, to be specific.
okay, in Zambia Police Parks. So growing up in the country like Uganda, where there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of people who hate people who are in the government, people who work for the government, and you two being raised in homes of policemen, there's a lot of people. I see a lot of negativity and people complaining about the police, about the thing. How was life
Yeah.
like for you growing up as a son of a policeman? I'm gonna start with Jackie and then go to Sharon.
Growing up, I was fine with it
Okay.
because these are my parents. If I don't accept them, then
Mhm.
who is going to?
True.
Yeah.
Like that's the service they're giving to the country.
Mhm.
And I call them my parents, like they're the constant people in my life. Like they have given birth to me, they have been there for me, they have taken care of me, they have played the role of a parent
Yeah.
perfectly
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
my life. So there's no I'd be like, my parents are policemen. Sorry, my dad is a policeman, and that the country is literally against them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That wouldn't stop me from saying I'm still proud to be a daughter to a policeman because that is who he is.
Yeah.
And if other people are not going to accept him, then I am there to accept him.
Yeah, the good thing about redoing this episode, last time when we recorded this, you mentioned something that stuck out to me that I want to share about again too, was like when they go for their duties, they're policemen, but when they come back home, they're parents, and you look at them as your dad, and it's not that they're policemen at home, which was really good that you shared that. How about you, Jackie? Was no Sharon? Was yours any?
The society had that on us sometimes. They make you feel like, oh my God, where you come from. It's very odd, you know. But to us, just like Jackie's story, when they come home, that is literally mommy and daddy. We're not seeing them as the police officer, the AIP, Afandi, who is outside. You understand? When they're at home, that is mommy, that is daddy. We run to them like they're children. Yeah, but of course there is a little bit of strictness. I mean, their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also them being police officers, they want their kids to be groomed in a certain way. They're not going to just let you do anything anyhow. Yeah. And then also the boys were a bit scared.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that. So how was it like for you guys when there's a boy that likes you or there's a boy you liked, but they find out there's a policeman? How is that like?
Actually, for me, I used to front that to see whether the boy will like you more if you tell him that you're a policeman's child.
Yeah.
You know? I would be like, within the very first times when you just meet them, you're like, by the way, my dad is a policeman. And now, if he pulls back at it, you're like, this is one for me to watch out.
Red flag.
Yeah. It was more of a criteria.
How about you, Jackie? What was it like for you, like on the boys' side, finding out your daughter of a policeman?
Same story, because when someone asks me, we're like, oh, what's okay for this girl?
I know.
Yeah. Like, you know, like they don't bite.
Yeah.
They are normal human beings, just like to see any other person.
Yeah.
They are so normal.
People
like, no, oh my God, how do you say that with guns? Well, actually, I really feel safe and so proud of it.
Yeah, true. They don't move with their guns everywhere, even in the house. They're actually not allowed to have guns in the house.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, how about in school? Like, first of all, where did you guys go to school? I'll start with Sharon. Where did you go to school? Walk us through your primary through university, if you made it there.
Yeah. So, okay. My primary, I was in St. Peter's Primary School in Zambia. That is just close to the police barracks itself. Then for my O level, I went to Rural Girls. Then A level, I went to Trinity College, Sabingo. So I was in a girls' school for 6 years. From Form 1 to Form 6. Straight.
How, before you go to university, how was the experience like? Every time when somebody mentions they went to a single girls' school, I like to hear their experience, what they felt like being in a single girls' school.
For me, I think because the schools are a bit more modernized, I actually liked my experience being there. Like, I really did. I would recommend for someone to go there. There is this openness where you're not scared. There is a boy looking at you. I swear there is some openness. You can do anything that you want in a single school.
So
no, for you. For mixed schools, we're always, the boys see me. I can't double deal food. Nada.
Double deal food.
But then the kind of girl that I am, I feel like if I was in a mixed school, maybe I would have
determined to get to places and they would go for them.
But they are
regardless of the boys
they are
being around.
Yeah, I'm sure most people can bear me witness. In a single school, you're very, very free, you know. But of course, you miss the boys. You do miss the boys. In that when the seminars happen and the boys come to over.
Yeah, I wanted that experience when the boys come on the campus. What happens is the school go crazy.
They would go crazy, like Christ has come back.
Not like Christ has come back. That's the excitement. But that's what even makes it more beautiful. You know, you look forward to seeing the boys when they come.
Yeah.
And like when you get guys who see them every day.
Which is okay. Which is okay.
To miss
or you be hungry for them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what thing.
So it's really like it's really like a big deal for you guys because you don't have them around. So when they come, like you've missed them a lot. So.
Yeah, a little. Let's say a little bit, not so much.
Okay.
But it was nice. I don't think it affected me in the long run, because most people associate going to single schools to, how should I say, people like when you grow up, I'm told there is some effect it has on you.
Yeah, I had a guy who I interviewed a while back. He went to a single boys school, but he was sharing his experience on that, and he's like, "There's a way it affects you, like relationship wise, like because when you spend time with these boys, you learn how to deal with them or like associate with them. But when you go through 6 years without associating with them, there's a way it affects. I was going to ask you that because that's what he explained. Like, do you feel like there's a way it affected you not associating with boys like in school, like after you got out of school?
Not really. I feel like my personality, I'm someone that's very outgoing. Whereby, regardless, even if I was in a mixed school, I don't think it would have really made that much of an effect. For me, it has been smooth all the way. I'm very friendly, so the boys don't really intimidate me.
Plus, when you go to holidays, you can always meet them in a holiday.
They do not intimidate me at all. So maybe if it was someone that is a bit too reserved, then again you go to a single sex school, it would make it worse.
Yeah.
But for me, my personality doesn't really make me feel any kind of way.
So after senior 6, where did you go? Did you go somewhere for your university?
Yeah, I went to Makerere University Business School. That is moved in Nakawa.
Yeah. And what did you study?
I did a bachelor's degree in transport and logistics management.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is our? I was about to ask you, how is our transportation going on now?
my God, my friends. Let's even talk about that. The whole employment thing.
Okay.
Well, after graduation,
No, I was gonna say before we go into why you're not doing what you're studying, I wanted to switch back to Jackie to just go through her school, and then we'll start from there when we're done with that. So walk us through your education, like where you went for primary school and where you went for university.
Primary, I went to Leire Primary School. Just right there within the barrack.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned actually. When you mentioned he knows.
It's close to Sharon Center.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Yeah, I mentioned last time I lived in Chibuli. Naviranga could depot. Then I just go inside there. Yeah. Actually, I might have met you guys.
Yeah. What you can know?
Yeah. Nayagaranga chapati za Chibuli banange. Chapati zo.
Chikomando.
And yeah.
Wale wakati the apartment.
Man, yeah, it's been a long time. I think it was since I have not been to Chibuli since 2016 or 17. So it's been
quite
a
long
time. Yeah. So you went to that school near Sharon.
Yeah, I went to Leire Primary School. Then I went to St. Lawrence Sunday for my O level. Then I was at Kanjuchi Secondary School in Kainga for my A level. Then for my university, I was at Chambogo, and I did education in literature and English. So I'm a teacher of the English language.
Okay.
Teacher,
a very proud one.
Yeah, very proud.
What made you want to do teaching?
I have the qualities. I have all that it takes.
Like, did you go through high school wanting to be a teacher, or did you make the decision at university?
I made the decision at university. I wanted to do journalism. Initially. Yeah, but my points couldn't qualify me for the course, so I opted for literature for education, because they're like, you can do education. When you get that, then it's easy for you to go through and do journalism as well. So I opted for that since the language was favorable. I was like, it's fine, I can do education, then I can switch to this side where my passion was actually.
Okay. So I was about to ask you, are you a teacher now?
I am by profession, but not
practicing it. Okay. So what do you do now?
I do sales and marketing.
Okay.
By God, I don't know. God's grace.
Why?
I don't know.
Why did you decide not to be a teacher by profession and just go to sales?
I didn't decide to. Like, that's where I don't know, direction took me to. So and that's where I ended up.
Okay.
And nowadays, I feel like nowadays we go for whatever is available.
Where there's money.
Where there is money. If you keep waiting for your profession to call you sweetheart, Economy might catch up with you.
So yeah, I'm glad you took it back, Jackie. You said you went to school for transportation. What do you do now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Shan.
Oh,
Shan,
Shan.
say Jackie.
Sorry. I said this last time. I did very good last time, but now I'm confusing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie and Shan.
Okay.
Well, just like Jackie, I'm also doing sales and marketing
Do you guys work
in
together?
African Queen. No,
No.
where do
Okay.
you work?
I work with Unilever, Uganda.
Mhm.
And I work with African Queen, Uganda.
What made you not do transportation? Like, was it your choice or was it also what is sent to again?
Munange, economy.
Economy, don't you know?
Economy, don't you know? I can't stress that enough. Immediately after, when we were still at campus, we happened to do promotional jobs. Yeah, I don't know if you know promotional jobs.
Yeah, you guys explained it to me when you worked at Standard. Was it Standard?
Yeah,
Standard,
like in
Pride,
supermarket.
at
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
supermarket.
yeah, selling products to people. So
Mm-hmm.
during that period of time, we got how should I say, exposed to what we're now doing right
Mm-hmm.
now. People, our bosses got to recognize us when we're doing the promotions, and when they needed someone for the positions we have now,
Yeah.
we were the best candidates, and that's how we landed here in marketing. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys happy with your jobs? You love it?
So
Very
much.
happy,
Yeah.
very proud,
Very
Yeah.
content.
and looking to a brighter future in
Yeah,
that
in the
same
same
field.
field.
Yeah, that's always nice. It's always good to do something that you love, something because some of us
Yeah.
when we went to school, I mean, I'm just saying some of us, but when we went to school, like our parents wanted us to study something. Our parents wanted us to be these things that we don't even like, we don't even love, but because they want us to do that,
Yeah.
and you end up doing something because they're forcing you to. And I don't like doing something because I'm forced to. I want it to come from my heart and just do it because I love it. So as long as you guys are happy and as long as you guys are getting what you're getting out of there, um,
Yeah.
that's all
That's
the matters. You guys are YouTubers, I mentioned in the beginning. How did you guys come up with the idea of the YouTube to start a YouTube channel and where did it start?
Well, I should answer that. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and Jackie are very creative people, like
Mm-hmm.
even outside YouTube. And we thought to ourselves, how best can we make money from being the way we are,
Mm-hmm.
from being slave queens? Should I
The
say we're
queen,
slave
yeah.
queens?
Really?
But most people
No,
call us.
that's what people tell me to be.
Yeah,
But
so we decided to make money off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Yeah.
We're like, since people know us as slave queens, how best
Jackie
can we make
doesn't
money
agree.
from this?
no,
Yeah,
it's
exactly. But then that's how people call us.
that's how people perceive
Perceive
it.
Okay.
us.
And
Yeah.
people like,
Mm-hmm.
So we decided what best way can we make money from being how people perceive us,
Yeah.
and the best platform for us was YouTube.
Okay.
So I remember we didn't really struggle looking for a channel name once for opening up our YouTube channel. It's Jackie and Shan, so it's close to Jackie Chan.
JackieShan, yeah.
You get, yeah. So we decided to call our channel JackieShan,
Mm-hmm.
and we started by doing lifestyle content,
Mm-hmm.
just like Flakens would do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is like what? Yeah, we're doing lifestyle content, just more of like keeping up with Jackie Shan,
Mm-hmm.
just like keeping up with the Kardashians,
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing lifestyle, beauty. What else were we doing at the time?
real life talk,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lifestyle, beauty, real life talk, and
fashion.
adventure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but in the long run, 1 year, because we took a whole year doing that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really bringing us what we wanted. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't achieving our goal at that
Yeah.
time. So we decided to change up something small, and we tried out travel
Mm-hmm.
content around Kampala, Uganda,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it brought us to where we are right now. Our numbers,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you guys are really doing good, and I'm proud of you guys what you do, and just keep on growing. And so you mentioned you guys started doing travel. Who does the recording and who gets the content?
both of us,
Both of you.
but at different times.
Okay.
Yes,
I saw one of Mombasa.
the queen.
Yeah, quick. Talk about that. Like, how did you come up with that content, and what made
Tell us,
you
tell us
like,
how
do
is the
that?
experience like being in
Yeah.
Mombasa?
I wanted to do something completely different for myself this year.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm going hard for myself, then this year let it be harder than last year. So I chose I would use Mombasa as my birthday venue. So I gave it a shot.
Yeah,
And
Mombasa is really nice. I've been to Mombasa
yeah,
only once. Why didn't you take Shan with you?
Shan had official duties.
Okay.
Waiting.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we struggle with mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Work, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
work expectations. When I'm on leave, she's not on leave. When she's on leave, I'm not on leave.
Yeah.
So sometimes
That's what I was gonna wonder about, like how, because you mentioned you guys have 9 to 5. Like, when do you get time to do your videos and the recordings?
on Sundays. Most times it's on Sundays, just like
Okay.
now.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why last time when we're gonna redo, you told me you wouldn't make this Sunday.
Yeah. We
So,
had something. We had,
so
yeah.
I'm intervening in your time for other stuff, but I appreciate that you guys would.
No. For you, we can do anything for you.
I
For
appreciate
us,
that you guys are
we're in
able
the
to.
US. Who doesn't want to
Yeah.
be in the US right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you guys have done a lot of other interviews of you guys with KSTV, was it KSTV?
Yeah.
And you had a discussion that you guys were talking about looking into your partner's phone. I want to know your take about that. What was your take about that topic? Would you look in your partner's phone, and why would you? I'll go with Jackie first.
I still can. I wouldn't check my partner's phone, not because anything, but because I feel we are adults.
Yeah.
So whether you're sneaking, whether you're doing what, at the end of the day, you won't run through your entire life doing that. At some point, you will get tired. You're like, why am I even straining? You know, it gets really hard. It gets frustrating. It adds on the stress that you have.
Exactly.
So personally, I wouldn't check my partner's phone.
Yeah.
If
So
you're
like
sneaking, doing anything behind my back, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I won't touch your phone.
Yeah. The thing I get out of that is like the thing like she's saying, like, you don't look for, I wouldn't call it a problem. Like Togendango no nya ebizi. Like, you don't look for problems. Let the problems come out themselves. So like if somebody's cheating, one day it's gonna reveal. But don't go out hunting for it, Like, don't go out hunting for that. Like, oh, I'm gonna look in his phone and see if he's cheating. But if he's cheating, then it's gonna come out one day. What was your take for you, Sharon?
Oh God!
Well,
for me, I still side with being fine with I mean, us being open with checking each other's phone. If we are in this together, our things should be one,
open,
right? My stuff should be yours should be mine. So I feel like there shouldn't be a problem, really. If there is a problem, then there is definitely something you're hiding.
Yeah.
If I touch your phone and then you get tensed up, I'm like,
what if he's hiding his money? Oh, like, what if he's hiding something else, but not, or something? I don't know.
Why is he hiding it in the first place? Like I told you.
Our male friends always tell us, if a man loves you, he loves you.
Yeah.
That's what
he loves you. So he wants, if he loves you, he loves you. He will not sneak, he will not do anything dirty behind your back, and that is it. And he will show it to you. He'll give you exactly what you want. Yeah. So the entire process of, oh my God, I have to check his phone, I have to be sure, I need reassurance. He will reassure you every time to remind you that, woman, I love you.
Yeah.
If he keeps
on the whole thing of
actions
have you had that saying that say
when it's genuine and he means it, that you are the woman that I love, trust me, men do love.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Have you had that saying that says black men don't cheat?
Yeah.
What? They do.
The saying that says black men don't cheat.
What? They are the pioneers in that game. Black men.
I don't think it's about being black or white. It's about you as a person.
And your heart. Yeah, that was just a joke because I know they do. Yeah, I'm a man and I know.
It all comes back to you as an individual.
But why is it that I want to be a little controversial here? Why is that every time they keep saying men are the ones that cheat? I feel like nowadays women even
Thank you for bringing that. Like, why do they only bring men first? Like, why don't they say women cheat? And women do cheat. I mean, both
nowadays are doing it worse.
Not they have been doing it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. The both is balanced actually.
Yeah.
So that they are on the same level.
Okay.
Men are 50 and the ladies are 50.
Yeah.
The thing with the women is you will never catch her. For you guys, you leave traces, some
Yeah.
little bit. That's why you make us get tempted to check your phone because of those small traces you have left behind. You get, but it's the thing, but men always most of the time they are caught. Yeah.
Last time you mentioned something that Oyagala Wuvu, you're like, tell about that because you check the phone because you like causing commotion on Wuvu.
Yeah, sometimes the relationship needs a bit of shaking up.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit fun when they're, like he has to reassure, and then you're like, no, baby, no. Then he's like, baby, come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes for me, I feel like, it makes the relationship more fun.
When there's, you also guys had a content from Nyege Nyege.
Yeah.
What was that like from Nyege Nyege?
We weren't present.
Okay.
We were not in the moment. We're just viewing from social media
You just sent a representative.
Yeah,
we had a friend that was sharing content with us because we couldn't be there physically.
Yeah, since it's a 4 days event.
4 days event, we have a 9 to 5. And personally, Jackie, that's not my kind of environment. So there's no way I would be there.
Yeah.
So we had to improvise as a meme to see how we're getting the content.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
So you said you wouldn't, Jackie, you said you wouldn't be there. And have you ever been there though?
No, I haven't.
Have you, Sharon, ever been to Nyege Nyege?
It's not my kind of, Nyege Nyege is not my kind of environment.
Yeah.
Have you been to Nyege Nyege?
No, I wouldn't be there even for content.
How about Sharon?
No, definitely.
Sharon would be your
So from what you've had and from what you've shared, like the content that was shared to you, what is Nyege Nyege like? What do people expect out of Nyege Nyege? Can one of you talk to us about the experience? I mean, you might not have been there, but from what you've had, what goes on there?
Yeah. According to what I see, Nyege Nyege is more of it's a cultural representation. It represents the different cultures of Uganda. Yeah, you'll find different stalls having like Iteso. Am I right? At least I've seen a lot of culture being showcased there about Uganda. Yeah, different attires, how they dress, the different foods. You'll find all kind of street food in Nyege Nyege. You will find, that is best of what I see. I haven't been there personally, but yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah, I've watched clips from here and there of Nyege Nyege. Actually, I interviewed one of the guys who records those videos, and he's a content creator too. He's a photographer, and I think you guys follow Mr. Musinguzi on Instagram and Nyaika256. They're all content creators. I've had them on the podcast here to share about their lives and like what they do. There's a lot of negativity things. Like even before Nyege Nyege happened, I had the speaker was canceling the concert because they think
it's because they say it promotes immorality in a way, but I feel like that can be done on any event.
Right.
The so-called immorality they're talking about. I don't know why they oversay that about Nyege Nyege.
It's because it's a 4-day thing, and actually it's for only adults.
Yeah.
But almost all events are for only adults.
So it's a 4-day thing. Then they are having this tent.
People are always thinking there is going to be sexual activities,
which
in the tent,
which also happen in any event.
Yeah, which event?
Blankets and wine. You want to be people don't have sex
long
there.
Is blankets and wine? It's 12 hours.
It's 12 nights. Throughout the whole night.
Blankets and wine is hours, and after that, people go to wherever they are going.
It doesn't take.
They are not in the vicinity of that place.
Having the intercourse doesn't need you to have 8 hours. You can happen in 30 minutes, or you can happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
My point is, Nyege Nyege runs for 4 days straight.
Yeah, that's true. You get
people
enough
are coming
time
from Kampala, from whichever part of the country they're coming from, to convert there. And I'm sleeping there for 4 days, and we've made our budget. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. So definitely, immorality is there. For a fact, it is there.
Yeah. Okay. But then it's not put there to promote immorality. Those people are just
it just happens, but it's not organized to do immorality. I get both of your points, and I'm glad both of you guys are on the opposite side of it, but everybody's point is right, and I get where you guys are coming from. So
Yeah.
what's your plan with the YouTube channel? Like, where do you want to see you guys go, and what are the future plans for it?
We see ourselves traveling around the world. We have already started with a representation of Mombasa.
Mm-hmm.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. We see
Yeah.
ourselves going to different parts of the world, going to, I don't know, like it's just a dream, like to
America.
move around. Yeah, to move around and see how other people live their lives, different
Mm-hmm.
cultures. When you're stuck, when you've grown up in a place, in your mind you feel like that's how the whole world operates. It's
Mm-hmm.
until you go there. When Jackie went to Mombasa, I didn't
Exactly.
sleep the night. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, to go to Mombasa. Oh my god, Mombasa. So yeah, we want to go. We also want to experience that more and also tell people
Mm-hmm.
what exactly transpires in other countries. Yeah,
I
share those
like that a
lessons.
lot because when you travel, you see, and then you find out
Yeah,
for yourself, like you said, and it helps you
yeah.
to learn more about society. And that's the thing I did with my podcast too. Like when I host people on the podcast, it helps me understand them more because
Wow.
if I see you from the outside, like, oh, Jackie and Shan, I have a select queen, but when you
You know,
sit
Luganda
down
saying that was
Yeah,
mhm,
okutambula kulaba okudda
mhm,
kunyumya.
exactly. But yeah,
yeah,
so when you sit down with them and just know about their lives, like, hey, you're just judging them because you've not talked to them, or like,
yeah,
but when you travel, you learn, and when you talk to people, you learn. It helps you
yeah.
um
Your
learn them.
mind even broadens more.
Yeah. What advice would you have for a young girl out there, like looks up to you guys and wants to start a YouTube channel and be where you guys are at?
Well, I would still go with wow, how do we see ourselves in the next years or 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to reach that point of I'm here and I'm like, oh guys, use my code for such a
Exactly.
discount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, I want to be an influential person. I
Mm-hmm.
want to spread positivity like throughout because when you actually calm down among them, there is a lot of negativity. No,
mm,
you can't do it. You can't do this. You can't do that. And mostly it comes back to how someone thinks, their mentality.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to go hard for something, or they don't have the drive to push them to go for whatever they want to do for themselves.
yeah. Or
So
Mm-hmm.
they
I
have
would,
that fear.
yeah, they have that fear of, I'm
I'll
just
be
a
judged.
nobody.
Yeah,
What will people say? That thing of
yeah,
banagambachi,
Mm-hmm.
banagambachi, sina keninao. We all start from scratch.
yeah.
Did I
We
say
also
that?
still struggle with that up to now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah, yeah,
we
And
start from down because we are not privileged like the rich kids that I have a rich dad, I'm from a rich family,
yeah,
things will come on a silver plate. No, it's from I'm building the foundation. I have to
mm-hmm.
put everything, I have to
okay,
put up the building with
yeah,
my own strength, with God, of
yeah,
course,
definitely.
Yeah.
the most upper hand, and the rest is my consistency, my
Mm-hmm.
effort, my focus. This is what I want, and I'm going hard for
For
it.
it, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not easy. It's
It's
Yeah.
not
not
And it
easy.
hard.
also
Yeah,
takes self
Every
drive to push yourself to
every
do something.
stage, every stage comes with a different challenge,
yeah, that's
and you're
true.
going to learn how to figure it out because every stage will require a
A
different
different
version
version
of
of
you.
you. True,
You're
Mm-hmm.
like,
true,
now
true,
I'm at
true.
this level,
You're like, now
like
how do I? Yeah,
challenges are getting tougher. Your mindset has to think differently. You're not supposed to be that Jackie who was 1 month ago. Now have
Mm-hmm.
to think, have to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
broaden,
elevate. Yeah,
elevate, go higher, go higher, go higher. Every other step that comes through,
yeah,
you're not going to be the same person because now that situation is different, the environment is totally different. So you have to think different,
yeah. That's
totally
true.
different. Like,
I like that mindset. I like that because that's the same thing I have. Like every day I wake up, I want to be a different person, and I tell
Exactly.
people
Yeah,
like never settle. Like even when things are going good, even when just keep adding to your goal and your drive because you can even be better than that. Like even if
yeah,
you guys are like 2,000 followers, like hey, your mindset shouldn't say, hey, two months we move to the next one. Now this
yeah,
your
true.
goal just keeps
Yeah,
on adding on and adding on and adding on, and
true.
that's what people need. Even like younger content creators, people who are studying, they need to have that drive. And I'm glad to hear that you guys are having that drive
Oh, thank you.
and doing great on that. Today's episode is sponsored by Dance of Gamers. Dance of Gamers is the leading distributor of video games and other consumer gadgets like the podcast microphone sets, ring lights, headphones, and affordable smartwatches, and many other cool gadgets. For these and more, visit their website at www.danceofgamers.co. That is www.danceofgamers.co. This
Yeah.
last segment usually we try to conclude and wind up stuff. But before I conclude, Jackie talked about her birthday celebration. She went to Mombasa, and I know Sharon, you celebrated your birthday just like a week ago. What did you do for your birthday?
Well, for me, I just had a house party at home. It was my first time celebrating my birthday in my new apartment.
Okay.
It's an achievement for me. So I decided to have my birthday party just in my house. Yeah.
You're talking about the apartment, and I saw a clip actually last time when we recorded. I asked you about that, and you said getting your apartment at 25. How was that like for you? For when you did the video, even getting your apartment at that
Yeah.
age. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's an emotional journey and also very unbelievable because it used to just be a dream. When I was 20 years old, I'd visit my friend's sister's place, and her place used to be so beautiful, and I'm like, oh my god, this girl is living my dream.
Yeah.
But it seemed so perfect at that time. But I'm glad I did the sales job, as demeaning as it may look to so many people. That like, how can you do that? But then I was getting my genuine money, and yeah, it got me to where I am. I really, really wanted an apartment. Getting it at 25 is a big milestone for me because I pay for it myself.
Yeah.
And being a girl also doing certain stuff for
Exactly.
yourself
Yeah.
is not easy.
So, and I also saw you did you do the picnic you guys did? Was it for your birthday or was just a celebration?
It is just a celebration.
Who started that trend? I've seen a lot of people do it, like picnics and
that's
stuff.
right.
Yeah, like where you guys wear the same clothes, like the clothes are matching the snacks you bring.
Yeah. TikTok, man, TikTok is making us do things nowadays. But yeah, but it's a creative. It's actually fun. Sometimes when you engage yourself in those small things, there's a way it just makes you let loose a bit.
TikTok
It's really
about
fun.
speed.
But heck,
it has the positive and the negative.
Yeah.
Right.
But regardless, it has to be lived.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, the other question I wanted to ask, like, who started the idea of like on somebody's birthday they have to get a photo shoot? It looks like everybody does that now, most especially girls. Like who? I need a standing girl.
Jackie, I want Jackie to answer that.
Yeah.
I've always been hard on self-love.
Yeah.
I love myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel no one can do it to that. No one can go a certain extent, like the way I would go for myself.
Yeah.
No one understands how I feel. I can't sit you down and explain to you what I'm going through. Believe me, you won't understand how I feel.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, okay, I know this is how you're feeling, but you honestly won't understand.
True.
Because it is within me. I know how I feel. I know what I want. And you won't do exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So I definitely go out for myself and do it for myself. Not every girl does that.
Yeah.
Some people look at it like, that's just photo shoot.
But some are not doing it because they just can't.
Yeah, there are some who don't do it because they can't, and there are some who just like,
that's not my thing.
Like they think
like everyone is doing it.
Not that everyone is doing it. That is not them. They will not do that.
Yeah.
Someone's birthday can come and they don't even post them.
Right? Like one special day in a year for you.
I celebrate birthday and I post myself a lot. Actually, some people tell me like I love myself a lot because Instagram I just post myself all the time. But yeah, I like it. I like it. Like you gotta love yourself because if you don't, nobody else is gonna love you. Then you can love yourself.
Yeah, that's true. So you might not only choose a photo shoot, you can do whatever makes you happy. For us, as girls, we just love looking at ourselves, looking at something like, oh my god, you get. So photo shoots even just elevate that feeling for some reason. Yeah, I think it's a memory you're going to have for a lifetime. I'm going to look back at a picture when I'm 30, 40. I'm like, oh, that's how I looked like when I was 25. Damn, I was hot. You get.
helps you to keep a track record of how far you've come.
Exactly.
It helps you to see, have I elevated or I'm still at the
Where
same
I was.
position where I was? Yeah, is there a change? Like, am I the same person 2 years ago, 1 year ago, or I've changed?
Pictures actually
because that
messages.
helps you know whether you're going up or coming down.
Yeah, because pictures have messages in them.
That is true. Yeah. The other question I was gonna ask you, and these are questions that are just coming out right now because I want to hear your guys' opinions about them. When we were growing up, when we were in Uganda, and we would see they give them flowers. We see some of the girls at that time when we were growing up was like, why would a man waste money to buy me flowers? And it's interested in Zedi and but now when I see the trends now too, like people are getting flowers for people on their birthdays, like the women, and actually now they're putting money in there. Who started that trend of putting money in the flowers with the flowers? Oh, has your opinion changed about flowers now? I'm gonna take each one's opinion.
Jackie, go first.
It's actually a good thing, a very, very good feeling. You know, people look at this and they're like, you're wasting money. Why are you even doing that? Like, those are memories people keep to themselves. You know, there are times where you feel down, you're feeling low, you're not motivated. There are times where you feel you hate yourself so much, where everyone around you doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. There's a moment where you're in that state. You're like, do I really count? What's my reason for living? Do I have to continue with life? You know, when times get hard, all these thoughts come creeping in. So like, should I push through or not? So when you actually sit down and you remember the people around you, the constant people that are in your circle, how many people would feel really bad if you're normal? How would my parents feel? How would Sharon feel? You know, remember the good things they have done for you. It helps to, you know, bring you back on momentum and you balance. You sit back and you're like, okay, I have this person I can count on, this person, they can help me push through. Friends play a big role in our lives a lot. Like, I'm going to hold on to Shan and she's going to help me where I feel I'm weak. She'll be my source of strength. She'll be like, Jackie, you know what? We can do this. If your wings can't open,
I can help
you. Like, grab on mine and, you know, let's go to the next step. So when I get there, as through along the process, you know, I'm also regaining. So these memories of what your friends actually do for you, they do count a lot. At some moment, I'm talking from a personal experience. You sit back, you're like, oh, this was so thoughtful of a person to do for me. I have friends that remind me every day that, Jackie, I love like shit. They say to my face, Jackie, I love you. I'm like, oh, I love you too. Not that I'm waiting for someone, maybe my boyfriend, to say it to me. No, I have these girls every day. They're telling me, Jackie, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So it keeps ringing at the back of my mind. Like, I have someone I can run to immediately in case of anything. I can have someone to cry to. I can have someone, actually, we don't only do children. My boyfriend, I can come to him like, you go. This one has done ABCD to me. I have a shoulder to lean on. I have a shoulder to. I have a friend who can hold my hand and, you know, help me push through the days, the months, until when I'm better.
Through
How about
the flowers.
you? How about you? I know you were there. Oh yeah, Tanawa Jacob got corner.
That's the number one fan. For me, those flower gestures are more of an appreciation to the people that I love. You know, we don't get to tell people that we love almost every day. You know, so let's say there's a special. Okay, it doesn't necessarily need to be a special day. Let's say a birthday. Just a random surprise out of the blue. Be like, oh my God, Jackie, today I brought you a bouquet of flowers. Just to remind you how much I love you so much, how much I value you, how much you're amazing, how much you do extraordinary things, how much whatever you're doing is just enough. You understand? Like, you don't need to push. It's more of an appreciation and to keep motivating the person to be whoever they are and not be someone else.
Yeah, that's really good. And I like listening to people's perspective of like how they view something. And
do you
I
love
like
receiving flowers?
No, not for me. Not for me.
Why though?
I would take money. I would take stuff like that.
I could put money in flowers, so you throw
Yeah,
away my flowers.
I love gifts. I would say. I mean, it's not. You know, have you heard of those five love languages things like
Yes.
gifts, words of affirmation? For me, actually, I love gifts, but it's not one of my biggest love language. I think it's the second last out of the five. Um,
What's your biggest? Oh, you
I
don't.
think it was words of affirmation, like just reminding me, like, "Hey, you're doing great," or "you're great. I'm proud of
Yeah,
you," things like that. That's one of my
yeah.
biggest. And I think the second one is acts of service.
Active
It's like
service.
when,
It had to
yeah,
be.
that's my second one, and I think
Yeah.
that my last one is touch. That's funny. Touch,
It's what?
like
Touch.
physical
Touch.
touch. Yeah. My
Wow.
third is
I feel
quality
like that should
time.
be every month. I feel like that should be every month. But
I am weird. I'm
I'm
weird
shocked.
like that. But yeah,
Wow. That's
that's the
shocking.
No, actually, I'm okay with. I 100% agree with your first one
Yeah.
mhm,
because believe me, men go through mental breakdown
Yeah, they
mhm,
should.
and they feel like who is
Neglected,
there that
left
I
alone.
can
Yeah.
actually talk to genuinely because it all starts with your mental state.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
have to be okay for you to be able to do the rest of the things. Your
mhm.
mind has to be really clear.
That's true.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So you guys are like, I like sitting down with you, and I'm glad this second one is actually a little bit different from what we did at first, but it's still I like
Yeah.
it, and it's going really good. One thing that kept coming back in my head just listening to you guys talk is you guys have been together since childhood, since you were younger.
Yeah. True.
How do you deal with difficult times between the both of you? Like Muyomba, like do you fight? Do you argue?
No.
How do you deal with that?
You. Oh my God. Talk about the times we fight. We disagree a lot of
A
times. I'm like,
lot.
Jackie, no, it has to be this way. She's like, no, it has to be. I'm like, babe. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I don't know. Jackie, would you go how we? She's looking at me like,
Like no,
that's how
there's
we
this
go about it.
agreeing and there's fighting like ngamuyo, like something when you get upset. You guys get upset, and how do you deal with your anger when you get upset for each other?
Since we don't stay
Together.
together, so
Hmm.
we rarely have fights.
We
Okay.
rarely have that
We just have arguments. No,
Hmm.
this like disagree.
disagreement.
We do
Yeah.
this. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Friends like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie, I'm like, yeah, woman, I'm not doing it.
And this
Hmm.
girl gives me headache.
And then I'm like,
Hey.
if I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. Period.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
So
one
we
of
rarely have fights.
it's mostly
Twenty the
disagreement.
day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Even when
takes
a
a long
disagreement
time.
happens, because we don't talk for like the next 3 to 4 hours.
Hmm.
Then after Penanga Tuzemo Magazine.
Okay. Yeah, I asked that because I have one cousin, Sio Manga
Yeah.
Kone Buchangamba. I mean, yeah, we don't live together, that helps. But
Yeah.
this guy, we've known each other ever since I can remember. But there's
Yeah.
no one day we ever argued about anything. I think it has to do with his personality and how me and him like associate together. But to your manga, he never been
Yeah.
mad. He's never. I don't know. It's just I think we understand each other. We have the relationship. He's the one person that I've never had any issues with, and we've never argued. And that's why I wanted to ask when you have relationships or when you have friends, things like that, don't miss out. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's
but
tough. It's quite tough. It's
yeah.
difficult not to sometimes I'm even worried. I'm like, how shall we be baby if we ever have that really serious fight? Because we've never gone through it, so we don't know how
Mhm.
we shall be able to navigate it at the moment. But
Hopefully,
I hope
it
when
won't
that time
happen.
comes we shall still move in
Yeah.
Kumbaya. I hope so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed talking with you and having a conversation with you guys and just sitting down. It's really
Yeah,
fun. I
sure.
like to do this. I call it my therapy when I get to sit with people and laugh and just talk. So I
Yeah.
have a few questions that I ask people at the end of the podcast, and that's what I'm
I
gonna
want to ask
ask.
you something small. I want to ask
Hmm.
you something small before you ask us.
Okay.
How is it like being in the US compared to Uganda? Would you rather be in Uganda vis-a-vis
There are
the US?
different things about each country. Like there are things I like about the US and there are things I like about Uganda. There are things I hate about Uganda. There are things I like about the US. But I would say it's really
Mm,
nice to be in the US. Some of the things we deal with here are avoidable
mm,
or like you can avoid them. So
mm,
like racism, I just ignore. Like I just do my business, go to work. Like I don't associate with people. And when somebody's has a bad vibe or musarako, like I don't deal with that. So I don't put
Yeah.
myself in position of being ngomuntu. There's some people who will still attack you. Ngatwena chomukoze. Like I was at a gas station one
Yeah.
time when this guy just came to me and he started screaming like I have a gun that I'm gonna shoot him or something, and I didn't have a gun, and it
Damn,
was
that's
just
kind
like
of scary.
it was like my belt was sticking out in my shirt, so on the side, and he was like, "Oh, you have a gun?" I was like, "Nah." I put my shirt up. I'm like, "Hey, it's not a gun," but like there's some things like that that you can't avoid sometimes. That will bikusanga, some
Yeah.
like police stuff too. Like in the US, they have police issues too, where like they're shooting people, things like that. But for the most
Yeah.
part, I keep myself out of trouble, and
Yeah.
I like the US because there's a lot of opportunities, and you can really make a dream come true. Um,
Yeah.
I like it because I'm doing like I ask people about their dream jobs and stuff, but I like the US
Yeah.
because I came here to do my dream job. I'm happy that
Oh,
the job
oh,
that
that's
I wanted when I was 8 years old is what I do. I'm in twine bang and kubera lawyer and kubera chi.
a
So
special A mama.
so I'm glad
Because
that
it's
I'm
not easy.
I'm one of the lucky people that got to do their dream
Yeah.
job. Like I do my dream job right now. I'm a aircraft
Wow.
mechanic. So like I fix airplanes and stuff. But
Wow.
um
I'm looking at a genius like, you fix F.
but anyway, and
Wow,
then
a Ugandan boy.
For
Oh, we are
Uganda,
so proud of you.
I
Yeah.
miss my friends, I miss family, being around them. I miss the stuff we used to do a lot, like hang out with people. Mani mu Uganda so ngete tulina mirimo kera ku makino gange nagenda kukyalira gundi n'ogenda n'obeera eyo ennaku olwamu. But no,
Mugonga gwe muli mugoza holiday.
here you have a job. Anyway, I need to ask you guys a question. But yeah, I love the US. I love Uganda, but I think I like it being here because there's a lot of good things that come with being here.
Yeah, thanks
So
for being honest.
what I want to ask you the last questions because I'm gonna about to end this. What gets you guys excited about life? I'll start with Sharon.
Alright. What? I'm just the one who's just been talking right now.
Which is okay.
I
Yeah.
got to hear her voice as well. I
What
feel like
gets
I'm
you
in
excited
TV
about
show.
life?
What excites me about life is the unknown, the future. Having in my mind, I feel like in 2 years' time, I'll be in a place that I wasn't. That keeps me excited,
Mhm.
like really, really excited. Yeah,
How about you?
just not
Yeah.
knowing what's going to be in the future excites me,
Yeah.
and knowing that it's going to be a beautiful thing, definitely.
Yeah. How about you, Jackie?
What keeps me excited about life?
Yeah,
Living
Yeah.
for my purpose, knowing this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to live rich.
yeah,
Like this is what is required of me. And am I really living towards it? Am I achieving what I'm supposed to achieve? Am
Mhm.
I like bucket list? Am I ticking off stuff? Is it
yeah,
going
yeah,
off? Am
yeah.
I achieving things in the order that I'm supposed to? That
Mhm.
excites me.
Yeah,
Knowing I'm supposed to get to a place and I look, I'm like, oh, I'm actually proud of myself.
yeah.
I did what I was supposed to do. So there is nothing demanding. So I'm at peace.
So
That
you make another
excites me
goal.
about that.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
you, what excites you about your life? The way I
I
want
think
to ask you as well.
you guys should just host me on your YouTube so you can
I
have me
know,
there.
right?
What excites me about life is seeing other people happy, and when I see somebody is happy, I'm happy. Like I like to see people smiling. Like I like being around happy people. I'm a happy person, so I like to be around people who are happy. And helping somebody also excites me. Like there's a lot of kids in Uganda that have tried to like look for sponsors or look for so they can go to school, and seeing these kids being able to go to school excites me
Yeah.
about life. So the final question I want to ask you
Yeah,
guys, who would you like to
yeah.
see on my podcast? And you're gonna help me get that person on the podcast. Who would you like to see as the next guest on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show podcast? And you're gonna help me connect that person
Yeah.
to me to have them on the podcast.
Okay. I would definitely recommend another YouTuber, and that is UG Connect.
Okay.
And yeah, I would love to see him on your podcast.
All right.
And I'm sure I'll try my best to make sure he gets
Since I
on.
have two of you, you guys are gonna give me each one of your own, so
Hey,
then I can get
mama,
two
lucky
people.
you.
I'd recommend Amadine Masi, a Ugandan YouTuber as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think she followed me actually on YouTube yesterday. I think I saw.
I engaged her.
Okay.
She was asking for the link and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I just sent her the name.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, thank you guys for whatever you do, and I'm so glad. I'm so happy I've had you on the podcast. Maybe sometime in the future we'll record another one with you guys and just come out here and laugh and talk and spend time here. So, thank you guys very much.
It's our pleasure to be in the US.
All right, for the second time.
I know, right? This is a dream come true for us. Who knew that one day we'd be here? It's really a pleasure.
All right. So yeah, hopefully today you don't get a text back from me like, "Oh, I didn't record." No,
oh my god!
I got it.
Oh my god!
All right.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay, let's keep in touch.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Today's episode is sponsored by Dancesoft Gamers. Dancesoft Gamers is the leading distributor of video games and other consumer gadgets like the podcast microphone sets, ring lights, headphones, and affordable smartwatches, and many other cool gadgets. For these and more, visit their website at www.dancesoftgamers.co. That is www.dancesoftgamers.co. Hey there, this is Bani Kibuka, the host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with a friend and recommend somebody to this podcast. Don't forget to leave a feedback on this podcast because that's how we grow. And also don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Join us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So we would love to hear from you. Thank you very much and be blessed.